After 75, the body often changes quietly, without dramatic alarms. A small shift in energy, appetite, or balance may seem harmless at first, yet sometimes these gentle signals are the body's way of asking for attention before a larger health concern begins to unfold. The body often grows quieter with age, not silent, but softer in the way it speaks. After 75, the signals that once arrived loudly may now appear as gentle shifts, changes in energy, appetite, balance, or sleep that seem easy to overlook. Many people dismiss these moments as simple signs of getting older. Yet sometimes the body is trying to say something important long before a serious problem ever appears. For most of life, strength and stamina allow people to move through the world without paying much attention to small physical changes. A long day at work might cause fatigue, but rest restores the body quickly. A moment of dizziness passes and is forgotten. The body feels dependable, almost automatic. But sometime in the later 70s, the relationship between a person and their body often becomes more thoughtful. The body begins asking to be listened to more carefully. Its messages arrive quietly, and understanding them requires patience rather than urgency. Many seniors discover that this stage of life is less about reacting to illness and more about noticing the early signals that appear before illness develops. Awareness becomes one of the most powerful tools for protecting independence and dignity. One of the first places these signals often appear is in the body's general sense of energy and strength. People who have spent decades living active, capable lives may suddenly notice that ordinary activities feel different. Climbing stairs may require a short pause halfway up. Carrying groceries may feel slightly heavier than expected. At first, these changes rarely feel alarming. After all, everyone expects some slowing with age. But when energy shifts suddenly or becomes noticeably different from the past, it can sometimes reflect deeper changes happening inside the body. Energy is closely tied to how well the body's systems are working together. The heart, lungs, muscles, and metabolism all play a role in maintaining strength and endurance. When one part of the system begins working differently, fatigue may appear as one of the earliest signals. Many seniors describe this shift not as exhaustion, but as a quiet reduction in their usual momentum. Tasks that once felt simple may now require a moment of preparation. A walk around the block may feel longer than it used to. The body still functions, but its pace begins to change. These experiences do not mean that vitality disappears after 75. In fact, many people continue living active and fulfilling lives for decades beyond this age. But the body may require a more respectful partnership, one that includes attention, patience, and understanding. Another place where the body often sends early signals is through mental clarity. The mind carries decades of memories, knowledge, and emotional experience. In many ways, it becomes richer with age. But the way the brain processes information can begin to change. A name may take a little longer to recall. A word might hover just beyond reach for a few seconds during conversation. These moments happen to people of every age, yet they can feel more noticeable in later life. Occasional forgetfulness is a normal part of aging, but more persistent changes in focus, confusion, or decision-making deserve thoughtful attention. The brain relies on many of the body's systems: circulation, sleep, nutrition, and emotional balance to function clearly. When one of these systems becomes strained, the mind may reveal the imbalance through subtle changes in concentration or memory. A person may feel mentally foggy after a restless night of sleep. They may struggle to follow conversations in busy environments where noise and distractions compete for attention. These experiences are not necessarily signs of serious illness. Often they simply reflect the brain's need for rest, stimulation, or improved physical balance. Yet paying attention to these signals allows seniors to protect one of their most valuable resources: clarity of mind. The body may also speak through appetite and weight. For most of adulthood, eating patterns follow a familiar rhythm. Meals bring predictable hunger and satisfaction. But later in life, these patterns can shift. Some people notice they feel less hungry than before. Others discover that certain foods no longer taste the same. Weight may change slowly, even when eating habits appear unchanged. Appetite is deeply connected to the body's internal balance. It reflects metabolism, digestion, emotional health, and energy levels. When appetite changes suddenly or dramatically, it may signal that something inside the body requires attention. Many seniors overlook these changes because they seem minor compared to more obvious health concerns. Yet doctors often view appetite and weight as important indicators of overall well-being. A body that begins losing weight without explanation may be using energy differently. A body that suddenly gains weight may be responding to shifts in metabolism or activity. These changes rarely tell the entire story by themselves, but they often provide clues about deeper processes. Sleep patterns also become important messengers after 75. For many people, sleep was once simple. A long day of activity led naturally to deep rest, and morning brought renewed energy. As the years pass, sleep may become lighter and more fragile. Some people wake frequently during the night. Others rise early in the morning without feeling fully rested. Occasional restless nights are normal for people of any age, but persistent changes in sleep can sometimes signal stress within the body. Sleep plays an essential role in healing and recovery. During the night, the brain organizes memories, the immune system restores itself, and muscles repair the small strains of daily movement. When sleep becomes consistently disrupted, these processes may struggle to function smoothly. Many seniors notice the effects of poor sleep through daytime fatigue or irritability. They may feel less motivated to remain active or social. Over time, this pattern can influence both physical and emotional well-being. Recognizing sleep changes as meaningful signals allows people to view rest not as a luxury but as a fundamental part of health. Another message the body often sends involves balance and mobility. Walking, standing, and maintaining stability depend on a delicate coordination between muscles, nerves, vision, and the inner ear. When one part of this system begins to shift, balance may feel slightly uncertain. At first, these changes appear in small ways. A person might steady themselves briefly against a wall while putting on shoes. They might walk more cautiously across uneven ground or slow down when turning quickly. These adjustments are often wise responses to changing stability, but they can also reveal that the body's coordination system is evolving with age. Balance plays an important role in independence. The ability to move confidently through daily life allows seniors to remain active, social, and engaged with the world around them. When balance changes, the body may be asking for renewed attention to strength, movement, and safety. Perhaps the most important message hidden within these signals is not fear, but awareness. Aging does not mean that life becomes fragile or limited. Instead, it often invites a deeper relationship with the body. After 75, health becomes less about ignoring discomfort and more about understanding the quiet language of the body's needs. Many seniors discover that paying attention to these signals actually brings a sense of confidence. They learn to recognize the difference between ordinary aging and changes that deserve closer attention. They become more familiar with their own rhythms. They notice when energy feels strong and when rest is needed. They recognize when appetite changes or sleep becomes lighter. This awareness does not require constant worry. It simply encourages a thoughtful partnership with the body. Doctors often emphasize that early signals provide valuable opportunities for protection. When small changes are noticed early, they can often be addressed long before serious problems develop. But perhaps the deeper message is about respect. The body has carried each person through decades of life through work, family, responsibility, and experience. It has endured stress, recovery, and countless quiet adjustments along the way. After 75, that body deserves to be heard. Listening carefully does not mean fearing every change. It means recognizing that the body's signals are part of a lifelong conversation. When energy shifts, the body may be asking for rest. When memory feels cloudy, it may be asking for balance. When appetite changes, it may be asking for nourishment. Each message arrives quietly, but together they form a map of well-being. And for those who choose to listen, the body often reveals something reassuring. Even in later years, it continues working patiently to protect life, independence, and dignity. It simply asks, from time to time, to be noticed.